Welcome to Think Big with Dan and Qasim. Join hosts Dan Melnick and Qasim Masood as they explore big ideas, limitless possibilities, and engage with visionaries, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders who dare to dream big, get inspired, motivated, and find practical tips for personal growth. Think big, dream bigger, and ignite your potential.
Welcome to the Think Big with Dan and Qasim. Today, our guest is Sabir Asheed. Sabir, how are you doing today?
Doing great. How about you, man?
Awesome. I'm good. Thank you. So nice of you. Okay, so let us know where you live and what you do.
So currently, I'm launching a halal beef jerky brand called Faith Meat. We're hoping to launch in the next couple days. I've been building the brand since COVID. I've done recipes, figuring out the vendors, and currently right now we're fleshing out the ERP and how that stack's going to be done.
Awesome. So you are connected with the field of software as well, right?
Yeah, I've been studying. I was going to do the Microsoft certification to be a Microsoft consultant for Dynamics 365. However, one of my advisors suggested I use Odoo, and I appreciate that it's open source and I can build on it. It's a lot more affordable than Microsoft, so that's what I'm going to be focused on for now. But I am working with a nonprofit that got a grant from Microsoft, so I probably still will be working with Microsoft, but it will mainly be for the nonprofit and trying to teach kids and things like that.
Awesome. So how you started your business? Like, what was the idea behind starting your business?
I've been making beef jerky for about 15 years, and I've wanted to always start it. And during COVID, I had the unemployment benefits and everything, so it was just a good time to start it.
Awesome. So I think challenges are meant for the entrepreneurs. So, and I believe you must have faced a lot of challenges. So can you share one of the biggest challenge that you have ever have and how you fixed it?
Biggest challenges were understanding what USDA terminology was. And so I think one of the biggest ways to overcome that was just someone advised me to take the Hazardous Accountable Critical Control Point certification. It's equivalent to about serve safe for factories. And that helps you understand what the actual process is. There's a lot of people will try to quote you and tell you things, and they'll make up things that don't exist to try to give you fluffed up charges. So, I think whatever industry you're working on, maybe check out if there's like a serve safe or a basic industry equivalent, so you can at least understand how to speak in that terminology, so you don't get screwed over in the process. Like learning that you need to get letters of guarantees and things like that, and understand the whole approval process. What happens if something goes wrong at your factory? Just because something blew up doesn't mean that you can't fix it. And there's ways to actually adjust your line if certain hazards happen. And then if you have to document all this, but if the plant manager approves it and everything, you can still save your product. So all those things are really important to really understand. If you don't understand those things, people will just try to take you for a ride.
Awesome. Obviously. So have you ever faced any problem in terms of selling your solution or in terms of marketing your solutions?
We haven't gone to market yet, but I would say because I am a marketer and I've been learning and stuff like that, I can take a lot of the strategies I've used over the years and I've just kind of added and refined to them. So what we're going to do is called seeding. We're going to seed the brand where we're going to give samples out. I've onboarded 50 influencers, and generally when you seed a brand, you want to try to with 5,000 to 10,000 followers. That way the influencer won't want to request like a large fee. They'll usually want to do it for free. They're just happy to get the product. So let's say if you have a number of like 200 influencers and they have like a following of 5 to 10,000, they're all making videos for you targeted within your niche. You can reach almost 1 million people of your targeted audience just with those micro influencers. And then what you do is you turn those influencers to affiliate. So now they have incentives to make video for your brand because now they're getting commission. That lowers the amount of money that you have to spend creating videos and marketing because you have a team of marketers working on commission for you. But it's also a good way to also work with the community because it does give these influencers a way to start monetizing their content and doing different things like that. So a lot of them are really happy to be able to start doing.
Awesome. So to better understand your business, I think business have different audience. So how you define your audience? Like what is your targeted audience or maybe the ideal clients?
So initially we did our research on the brand, with Muslims and different things like that. But I think really what the fine tuning was for our audience is a competitor's brand that had a pitch deck that was very, very similar to mine. A lot of the data research was in that pitch deck for me. Now I have my baseline research, of course, from going online, read a dating report, different things like that. But once I found that pitch deck, it broke it down into like our target audience is actually female, people in motion. Uh, Disciplined dieters, runners, bikers, their age range, um, and things like that. And that just kind of condensed things out because all of it was in one place. And my partner went and got that, so that was really helpful.
Awesome. So you are giving services just in US or in the whole world? Or like what is your segregation in terms of
I think
geographically?
for me right now, if you put it on a shipping barge, it takes about 2 months, and I have a 12-month shelf life. So then it becomes a matter of, do I dry it more, or on the international, do I want to vacuum seal it? Try to give it an extra 3 to 4 months. So right now, I'm not so sure about like international beyond like North America at the moment. Because we have no preservatives and things like that. But I do want to go to Europe and the Middle East and things like that. But right now we're focusing on like a US, Canada launch.
All right. So in terms of acquiring a new customer, what is your process to acquire the new customer? Like, because they are obviously recurring customer is always a good thing, but acquiring a new customer is always difficult. So what is your process of acquiring new customer?
In Dynamics 365 sales certification, they say the most difficult thing for customers are customer acquisition costs. And it says there's two ways to handle that. You either get emails, and if you don't have emails, go buy them. Then you need to segment your emails with data pending to get to your ideal customer. That's one way. The other way is LinkedIn. And I think 80% of all business professionals are on LinkedIn. For me, I went on LinkedIn and I added everyone in the halal that was in the US on my LinkedIn. And by doing that, I cut through a lot of butter. I got my second co-packer. I also got a strategic partnership with, I'm not going to say right, but with a pretty big halal company. And that company is allowing me they're helping me with distribution and different things like that. And they've been in business for 30 years. So that really cuts down a lot of my acquisition costs, that I have a strategic partner that's willing to supply me the meat and also share to me their distribution connection. Also, there's
Yeah.
one last thing for my product. Most important thing for Muslims is the halal certification. So if you could have like no matter what you are, if like you're paleo certified, gluten certified, that also gives you a certain amount of audience guaranteed going in. Make sure you have that certification that matters to your target audience. This is for free.
Hey y'all, it's Dan Melnick, the CEO of Zing, and I wanted to share a special offer for all of our listeners. Right now, if you need software development services, we'll give you 2 weeks of a free trial. Do you need to update your website? Do you want to build a mobile app? Do you want to update something that you've been working on for a long time? We've worked in a high-level technologies like AI, machine learning, blockchain. So shoot me a text, 817-874-2208. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. So in terms of your expansion, what are your growth plans in next 3 to 6 months?
I think right now the main thing is I have two co-packers. So my first co-packer has a pretty small volume. I think we just want to get out, test our supply chain and go. But in terms of expansion, really just going through my distribution connect. We're going to maybe go through Lipari Foods. I have a pitch with them. I have an upcoming pitch with like Wawa. I've just been doing a lot of internal marketing for like the last 5 years, networking, things like that. So it's
All right. So in the long term, do you have any exit plan, or you think like you will keep doing this until unless maybe you are retired, or like
like
going
the
to give away?
company I'm working with. I have a feeling they would probably want to buy me at some point, since they've become an integral part of my business with their supplying me my meat and doing the distribution. But that's just a hunch. But if I had a guess if anyone was going to buy me, it would probably be them. If I plan on doing this, I do hope to maybe sell in like 7 to 10 years. That's what I've been advised on. If I do get taken up by the company that I'm working with now, I'll probably stay a little bit longer just to learn more knowledge and gain more connections. But eventually, I would like to kind of do my go off and do my own thing and work on other projects.
Awesome. Awesome. So let's suppose if any of your customer is watching this video. So what will be your advice to your own customer? If there's a possibility that some of your customers are not able to understand something, or maybe they are not doing something right. So what will you say?
Can you rephrase that? What do you mean? My customer's not doing something right, or I'm confused?
If let's say like in case of my business, sometimes my customers come up with half-cooked idea, right? And obviously my business is completely different. My business is software development, and sometimes they come up with the half-cooked idea, and after starting the work their idea get clear, and at that time this is too late. Sometimes this is too late. So is there any scenario in your case
Where I did something that was too late, and I had to like undo some things.
like if you can suggest to your customers to buy your product at XYZ point, or maybe sort of like that, any advice for your
Be patient with us. But I mean, we're gonna hopefully be launching here in the next 2 months. We're gonna do a crowdfunding service. I'm still kind of unclear about your question, as you're saying, like that. You said like some of your customers have a half-baked idea. I don't know if you want me to tell them how to prevent or have better planning. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, in fact, I was just giving an example, like in terms of my customers, sometimes customers make mistakes. So there's a possibility even in your business, your customers also make some mistake. Maybe they are impatient. Yeah, it makes
Oh,
sense.
if there's a mistake, or anything that happens, reach out to us. Want to make sure we work on have a good working relationship. I think everyone needs. The only thing I need is remind everyone that we don't have preservatives. So once you open the bag, please consume within 3 days. That's it. Just realize that once you open the bag, that you are putting bacteria and whatever's on your hand inside the bag. So it was a sanitized bag, but once you open it, you're putting new bacteria and new things in it, and that's what would cause it to mold. But I've had my jerky for like 6, 8 months. I've tested it, no mold. But after you crack that seal, you've cracked the seal.
Awesome. Awesome. So, Sabir, is there anything like or any problem that you are solving for the business at this point? Or at this point, you are quite satisfactory?
Okay. Right now, I think what we're trying to solve for the business is we're working on just our technology stack, which isn't really, too difficult. I just know that my advisors recommend someone, and I need to see if they're just doing marketing or if they're doing the website. And then I just want to make sure my multi-channel listing is working, and that, let's say if I sell something on Amazon, it pulls off my inventory from Walmart and all the different ones like that, and just having the inventory synchronization set up correctly.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. So, thank you, Sabir. I enjoyed the conversation a lot. So, at the end, will you give us an advice? Like, if you can give us an advice to everybody who is going to watch, and or viewers can be entrepreneurs most of the time, or viewers can be entrepreneurs maybe who are going to start their business, or maybe they are already in the business.
I really like the Dynamics 365 sales certification. Um, it tells you a lot of like business processes and proper business process flows and how to handle a CRM, but not even just so much that it's teaching you how to use the CRM. It reiterated the fact of your customer acquisition cost. Make sure you have emails or LinkedIn, and there's a lot of other good information on how to run your business in that. And then I would say the second thing is, no matter what you're going to do, just try to read and listen to as many podcasts or audiobooks as much on the topic as you possibly can. So, you're familiar with the terminology of whatever you're trying to get into, and yeah, read.
Awesome, awesome. So nice of you, Sabir. So at the end, if you would like to let people know how they can reach you, it would be good. You can share your website, you can share your social media, email, whatever you want to share.
Yeah, if you want to reach out to me, you can just find me on my LinkedIn. That's super easy, and then just send me a contact from there.
All right, all right. So nice of you, Sabir. It was a really nice conversation, and we will stay in touch. Have a good day.
All right, thank
Bye-bye.
you. Have a